Hey class, let's go over job skill 14-1 together. Prepare a bank deposit. This is exactly like we were doing the job skills for chapter 13. We are going to read our directions. We're going to follow each step that it says down here. So the first thing is we want this blank form 55, and that's going to pull up right here for us. This is the blank form. Remember, you've got to make sure you save your work before you submit it. The other thing that it says is there is a textbook figure and a textbook procedure. So remember how to find those. You're just going to go on the right hand side of your screen. There's a full book. You can click there and you can go to chapter 14 and find specifically what it is talking about. So there's a bank deposit right here, and you can go through that and it will show you how to do these figures, or I'm sorry, do this job skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split screen my computer real quick. So there's half the screen is here, half the screen is here, so we can just see what we're doing. Of course, we're going to make sure we read the directions on all of these job skills. That is key. So it says, you open today's mail and find 6 checks patients have sent to Proctor Medical Group to pay on their accounts. Record the date and amount of each check and the ADA routing number or a bank deposit slip, and then calculate the amount for deposit. So I would not worry about this ADA routing number. We've got a bank deposit slip. That's what we're going to be using. So the first thing to do is do today's date as the deposit date. Make sure that you write that in there. The next thing is we're going to list the checks. So as you can tell, we've got all these checks down here. And what you're going to do is just one check at a time. So you would do 6335, and where I found that number is right over here. That is the check number. It's in the top right corner of the check. Then I'm going to type in how much the check's worth. So we got 36. We're going to do our cents over at cents, and that's a 92. And that's how you do that one. You would continue to do each one of these the same exact way. So you've got different check numbers down here, as you can see. And then once you do that, you're going to make sure you put the total over here, and then you're going to do simple math. You're going to add all of these together. Let's say that it is exactly $1,000. All of these together, you're going to go down here and you're going to put in exactly what it was. Let me delete that and put it over here. So there we go. So we've got the 00 for cents, and then we've got $1,000. If that's what the total is, that's where you would put it. And then up here, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. We have nothing for cash because these are all checks. Total checks, you're going to put that total, whatever the total is. I'm using the example of 1,000. It is not exact, is not equal 1,000, but I'm using that example. Then down here, you've got a subtotal. So the subtotal would be these two added together. So your cash and your checks added together. So as you can tell, we have 0 for cash. This is how much we have for checks. So then our subtotal would be 1,000. Less if you were getting cash received. So sometimes you can do this. Typically, you don't do it in a business, but sometimes you can get cash back. So if you were depositing $1,000 in checks, what you would do is you would take out $100 of that and you would put it here if you were getting $100 cash. We're not doing that. It does not say anything about taking out cash. So that would be 0 as well. So then all you'll do is your net deposit is going to be whatever the subtotal is, whatever subtotal amount. So this is 0, this was 1,000, this is 1,000. It's not adding these together. This subtotal is totaling these two, and if you had less cash, let's say you did have 100 there, then it would be 900 because it would be the 1,000 minus 100. We don't have any less. We're not going to receive cash, so we'll have nothing here. So our total for the net deposit is going to be the subtotal. So we will just put that in. Oh, skipped this one. There you go. So that's what it will look like. You'll have all the checks that are over here listed one by one by one, and then you'll have the amounts listed. You're going to total them up. Once again, the total amount is not 1,000. I just came up with that number quickly. Then you're going to come up here. You're going to put your total checks, the amount that it's going to be. Your subtotal is going to be the same as your checks because we have no cash in this example. The less the less cash received, remember that's if we were taking out cash out of this, which we are not, so that would be 0 as well. So then your net deposit is going to be whatever your subtotal is. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, email me. Thank you.